They know I got them vibes, so you know them fans watching me.
They in my chat with the shits. Oh, they must think they can stop me. See, we got rods on the scopes. Now don't get slacked out the line.
He is not on me. Now tell me, what do you see?
We send the vibes to the nation. LIB in our blood. We in the sky with this shit. Just think it came out.
See, it's 99% cap, 1% gameplay, 100% vibes. Don't bring that bullshit my way. Try your luck, go against the vibe. Where you fuck, you gon' think I'm Mike Grable the way I make them tighten up. You'll be lucky if you even score. You should read more, though I choose to live in peace. You should know I bleed war. I'm a recon man, one of the best in the sport. I keep a drone on my hip, I let it out to explore. They say the ops on the way. I see one, I know it's more. They just ran inside a building, my EMP gon' deploy. Make them panic, play support. Crypto going manic, they tryna figure out how I do assault damage. Real just mark the surroundings, I know they can't stand it. Murawski sending out his ghost and they don't understand it. I'm headed to the high grounds to get an overstanding. Now you from a distance, see your partners, they just left you stranded. Damn, you know you headed to the lobby, right? Sorry for your awful fight, I admit it was easy. Get you some practice or you always die. I know you doing that ping thing. They gone, made it out of sniper range. Level 1 knockdown shield. It's been 7 minutes in the fucking game. I'm devoted. Hit you with the devotion, hear it wind up, quick motion. Now I'm headed with the wind to your partners, but I'm focused. See, GOAT just hit that beast on the hunt. Ghosts is ghosts, we reloaded, blow the EMP and we done. They know I got them vibes, so you know them fans watching me.
They in my chat with the shits. Oh, they must think they can stop me. See, we got rods on the scopes. Now don't get slacked out the line.
He is not on me. Now tell me, what do you see?
We send the vibes to the nation. LIB in our blood. We in the sky with this shit. Just think it came out the mud.
Yo, Kicks Wheel, B Walker, what it do, player Ravens, Joe in the building, KT2 to GOAT, Facebook, we got our stickers back, they are back, Q, Statman, run up them reactions, smash them stickers, but you know, first and foremost, it's God first in the chat, man, we here, it's been a few days, Mike Vrabel going viral. People in the comments mad. We don't care. And let's address them. Big Jeff, what it do? Jeff, we got some of our stickers back, man. Let's address that Mike Vrabel thing. Appreciate everybody reacting and engaging on the Mike Vrabel meme. The people that's mad about it, we don't care. Imagine coming to a meme, we all joking, trolling, having fun, laughing about Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini and the game that used to be John Madden football. It's people mad about 2K football in the chat. It's people mad that we talking about the situation. Like, bro, look, I've already been said, it ain't like this is Epstein. Nobody really cares about a famous athlete cheating, and nobody really cares. We just having fun trolling. So if you're mad, suck on a lemon, man. We don't care if you're mad. All right. But why are we here today? NFL schedule released Thursday night. You so hype. Why are we here today, though, chat? If you're a Facebook sub, the stickers is back. Let me see some. But why are we here today? We here today because, unfortunately, chat, the Tennessee Titans haven't had a quarterback. Well, let me rephrase that. The Houston Oilers Tennessee Titan franchise hasn't had a quarterback throw for 4,000 yards since 1990 and 1991, back-to-back years. The run and shoot, Warren Moon, quarterback who graduated, watched the class of 78. Played in the CFL before coming to the NFL. They tried to make him play receiver and defensive back. He said, no, I'm a quarterback and I'm finna throw for the most yards ever in the history of one said franchise. We talking about since the inception. So then when you get into the Tennessee Titan era, the record is 38-19 in the 2020 season with Ryan Tannehill, one of the more underrated QBs. I know the Bengals game is sour on everybody's mind, and his last season was horrible, but I hated Ryan Tannehill's era went out the way it did. You know, the Todd Downing Thursday night game, the DUI, the firing of John Robinson, Rand Carthon hired, didn't mix well with Vrabel. Tannehill started off the next season with some of the worst numbers you could ever see. I don't think he was fully healed from the high ankle sprain. I seen Patrick Mahomes come off the same injury and win a Super Bowl, but you know, Ryan Tannehill never made it back. Even though he did beat the Jaguars for the coup de grace, but not Steve McNair, not Kerry Collins, not Vince Young, not Marcus Mariota, Hasselbeck, Billy Volek, Jake Locker. We can just go down the line. Nobody's ever thrown for 4,000 yards. And when you take a quarterback number 1 overall in the NFL draft, and he wears the number of that said person, Warren Moon, I think this is a situation. Everybody understood year one. Brian Callahan, Nick Holtz, Bo Hardegree, Mike McCoy, games with Van Jefferson, Mason Kinsey, James Prochet running routes. We understand. But year two, Robert Saleh, Mike Bergonzi, Brian Daboll, Nick Singleton, Carnell Tate, Bellinger, Gunnar Helm, Calvin Ridley restructured, bring in Wan'Dale Robinson on a big deal. You got KJ Osborne, you got Bryce Oliver, Chim DK, Alec Aomana, Restrepo. You go get Jaron Kanek to go with DMR and Colin Granson. Like, they loaded up the offense this offseason with Khalil Mullins, Singleton. Tony Pollard is still there on a $9 million season, and Tajay Spears is on his contract year. So this is to say, with Brian Daboll, if Cam Ward don't break Ryan Tannehill's 3,819 yards this season and set the Titans era at least this season, I feel like it's a disappointment. What say y'all? I say Cam Ward at least breaks Tannehill's. You got an extra game. You got 18 weeks, 17 games. There is absolutely no reason for Cam Ward not to break the 38. And if he's really on pace with where we all think he should be, Cam Ward should hit the 4K this year. He should hit the 4K. All right, now let me get caught up in the chat. Izzy, what up? Not fitting like a glove. Ronaldo, they should look a lot more solid like an NFL football team. And I'm with y'all. I'm ready to see this schedule so we can start to put things into perspective. Titans been blessed with generational backs. That should make it easy for the quarterback. You got to think Tannehill's Titans era record is on a 2,000 yard Derrick Henry season. And when you think about like the Ravens, Lamar Jackson run 4,000, Derrick Henry run 4,000, Lamar Jackson still throw for 4,000. Like, it can be done. Look at James Cook married with Josh Allen. Like, there's always been good backs that really make things a lot easier when it comes to play action and how the safeties and linebackers reacting in coverage. Nick, what up? Roll Tide. Did Young get close? No. Even realistically, like, Air McNair never really got close. Probably won't have one this season either, just being honest. But do you think he could just won't be the best season? The O-line will be an issue. I disagree wholeheartedly with you. Like, all right, I'm going to just start here. This is the best wide receiver core I can remember the Titans having in the last 10, 20 years. Think about it. When they traded and got Julio Jones and AJ, that was a dynamic duo. Chester Rogers was the third receiver. We're talking about Chester Rogers. That interception on the goal line in the Bengals game was a pass to Chester Rogers. We're talking about Carnell Tate, who, if you want to go look at my YouTube video of saying that Carnell Tate is literally the highest profile receiver we've ever drafted. We've already cleared that debate. You got Carnell Tate. You bring back Calvin Ridley with a lot of tread because he didn't play much last year on a restructured deal where he don't have to be the guy. Then you bring in Wan'Dale Robinson, Chim DK, who broke the all-purpose rookie record last year. And you got to remember, they didn't even start trying to get DK and Aomon the ball to like week 7. They was force-feeding Tyler Lockett and Van Jefferson at the time. Gunnar Helm, Bellinger, Jaron Canick, Colin Granson, DMR, like you got a good tight end room, and now your running back room is Pollard and Spears on contract years, Nick Singleton, and then Khalil Mullins. Michael Carter is your 5th. There's no Julius Chestnut as your 3rd running back. This is the most talented offensive roster. And I know people are going to be like, but what about the O-line? Clearly, if you have Daboll and you have Mike Bergonzi laying the line out the way they have, they still have a lot of money. They have when they got Pat Coogan, who we all penciled in the draft, who we wanted. What's the difference between Sloatman and Corey Levin? Corey Levin played better than Lloyd Cushenberry last year. Cushenberry played like 50% of the times that he was supposed to be available anyways. So unless we're going to go back and get Ben Jones, like we're going to waste all day talking about, oh, well, that line that they put makeshift at the end of last season was at the top of the league and running the second half of the season. A lot of the sacks that people get caught up on Cam Ward taking was on Cam Ward and Brian Callahan's offense. If you go back and watch the tape, how many times do Cam Ward have to eat sacks because the routes are horrible? I don't care who you have at left and right tackle and who's playing, whether it's Oli Udoh, whether it was J.C. Latham, damn, it don't matter. When they played the Browns, Myles Garrett barely could get in the backfield because they was running the football and calling decent plays. If you think about the biggest miss in that game was Cam Ward missing DK on the deep over. Ward gets 3,825 touchdowns. Dallas by 10 week 1. Don't matter, you the champ Seahawks. Y'all not going back to back. Y'all should be good, Nick, but not back to back is tough. Y'all should be good, but back to back is tough. Like the stars have to literally align for you to get back to back. Better than Green Beckham. Joe Blacko, what up? So is this better than the thing that went to the Super Bowl? I would say yeah. Like that Super Bowl team was Javon Curse and their defense and Tennessee Titans like grinding out ugly games. Go back and watch them seasons. I'll be watching them games. Like sometime if y'all be on my late night streams, we'll watch those games. I'll go late night live tonight and we'll watch the 99, 2000, 2002 championship game. Man, that was like Eddie George with no fullback, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. McNair just make a play. The defense is holding you in it. It wasn't like that was just dynamic. You got to think. The only 4,000-yard passer in franchise history is Warren Moon. Warren Moon had like 4,600 yards back-to-back seasons in 90 and 91. That Super Bowl team was not airing it out like that. It's really not, Joe Blacko. If you like, you got to remember the first part of the season. You played the Broncos on the road week 1. J.C. Latham get hurt. Brian Callahan is calling screen passes where there's no receiver on the goal line. All of what they was doing offensive line wise, you play the Rams week 2. Week 2, you got the lead in the fourth quarter versus the Rams and start calling dumbass plays. Then you play the Texans and the Colts when the Texans and the Colts was full throttle. Broncos defense, Rams defense, Colts defense, Texans defense is your first 4 games for Cam Ward. You gotta remember, Cam Ward played against the Seahawks defense. Like, he played all the top defenses in the league with nothing on offense and no play caller. We talking about Bo Hardegree calling orbit motion Chim DK to block a screen pass for Tyler Lockett. Bro, like, that's the type of plays we running. Throw halfback flea flickers against the Texans defense. Like, that's the type of stuff that they was calling. For sure, Nick. Yeah, Calvin, they should be better. Like, my thoughts for the Titans is try to get the 500 football and see what happens. I just want to see them compete. This can't be a team that average 16 points a game for like the last 4 or 5 years. Like, since the 2020 season, this team has averaged 16 points a game. That is not enough. This team should have a good defense, and this team's offense should be able to move the ball and score points. If this team don't score 20-some points a game, I'm going to be sick. I think it's going to be Jets and Titans, Kevin. 2 times say, look who decided to hit the live button. Man, I showed when it's time. May not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. Right on time. Like, don't get me started. Kevin said we're going to kick your ass. Kevin always be doing the most. I don't know why Kevin. Kevin, put the fentanyl down, the hardcore drugs and the beer and stuff, man. Start drinking water and exercise and fasting and praying in the morning. Tighten up, Stevie B. Swag, what up? Texans had a Super Bowl when the defense trial was seeing Ghost out there. Yeah, but then you think too, like, I think the Texans, if you go back and look at I did a breakdown on every single division. I really think the Texans had the best offseason in the South, though. Like, when you think about Keelan Rutledge and Wyatt Teller in the trenches, bringing David Montgomery over, they get Tank Dell back. They get Nico Collins healthy. They get Dalton Schultz healthy. Like, they was missing a lot of their pieces in that game, and then CJ Stroud just didn't play well. I think when you look out there and it's like Nico Collins is beat up, Dalton Schultz go out, there's no Tank Dell. Yeah, it's like it just was too much for CJ. Texans scared me this season though, because their defense got even more guys too. Broncos was definitely top 10 once Knicks went out. That was their, yeah. I mean, because thing about Bo Nix is, like, Bo Nix was an old quarterback coming in anyways with a lot of experience. Bo Nix is more athletic than people think. So, like, you look at Drake May and Bo Nix and you don't think how athletic they is. They can buy time in the pocket. They can extend plays. And now the Broncos have Jalen Waddle too. Good Lord. Eugene, what up? You sound like Usher on Kevin Hart, Russ. Dishes. I don't think people realize how good Cam is already. Yeah, I think if you really watch Cam, and I watched all his games, it's like to see him still like mentally not check out and still be able to make plays with whatever they was giving him. Like, people just can't see, like, Cam Ward is in the game against the Broncos and the coach is failing him. The Titans didn't have a game where they had more rushing yards than their opponent to the Browns game. Like, the Titans was running for like 20, 30 yards a game with a rookie quarterback that by the Raiders game, you talking about the offensive coordinator, you talking about the head coach and play caller being demoted, the offensive coordinator not getting to call plays, it going to the quarterback's coach, and then you firing the head coach and play caller who built the offense and his daddy, who's the offensive line coach and the run game coordinator. So it's just all screwed up into the bye week. And to see him still get out there and like fight and still show flashes of times where like, even though he don't have a number one receiver, like Calvin really is a 2 at this point. He was not there last year. You had Chimere Dike and Aomana, 2 4th-round rookies out there, and 2 tight ends in Chig and Gunnar Helm, who was another 4th-round rookie. That was it. That's the best you got to offer, because once you get past that, we talking about Van Jefferson. Tyler Lockett walked out with seven catches for 70 yards was Tyler Lockett. Van Jefferson, James Prochet, and Mason Kinsey. Like, who you not beating the 49ers, the Seahawks. You not beating the Colts and Texans and Jaguars defense last year when they still had Devin Lloyd and Travis Hunter. Like, you not beating the Rams defense. You're not beating the Broncos defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just too many teams. They just ran into buzzsaws. Like, these defenses is too good for you to go out there with nothing. Then meanwhile, you got Samuel Womack guarding Jackson Smith and Jigba. And I can remember on the breakdown of that game, Big Jeff was like, "Why y'all got safeties guarding JSN?" I'm like, go look at the tape. Armar Davis, Samuel Womack, and Baker Jr. was like falling down trying to guard Jackson Smith and Jigba in that game. Like, it's several times where Samuel Womack just fell down. He got cut on that Monday. He didn't even make it 24 hours after the game. It says second year, you really think he'll throw for 4K? Like, if Ryan Tannehill threw for 3,819 yards with Corey Davis and A.J. Brown as a rookie and Derrick Henry running for 2,000, I could see Cam Ward playing an extra game of 17 games that Cam Ward should break the 38-19. And if he really having a decent season, he should throw for 4K. Like, think about Drake May. Drake May threw for 4,300 yards last year with a makeshift group of receivers in his second year. When you got a decent coach that's coming in, it's going to demand some kind of excellence. You see what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got to throw for 4,300 yards like Drake May. But if he throw for 4,000, bruh, like, he'll break the Titans era record. But it was no choice, though, 2 times. Like, you firing the coach, you firing the offensive line coach and run game coordinator. Your offensive coordinator can't take over the play calling, so it go to your quarterbacks coach. Calvin really breaks his leg. Tyler Lockett basically walks off on the team. Like, what do you do if you Cam Ward? But that's the thing we all love about Cam Ward and respect. He kept playing. He kept balling. He kept making plays. And then, like, when you go back and look at the Seahawks game, the Rams game, the Broncos game, all these games where he's giving nothing, like, Cam Ward is still fighting and got them in the game, in a game in the fourth quarter just from him making plays. Like, our leading receiver last year was Chig Okonkwo. He had 500 yards receiving. He's a tight end. He's not an inline tight end. He's a move tight end. And he led the team in yards after catch. So it's like, you didn't even have a receiver that could get yards after catch, because Brian Callahan didn't realize he had Chim DK and Aomana until like week 6 or 7 when Tyler Lockett quit. So just think about what DK's numbers could have been if week 1 they would have been giving him the ball instead of Tyler Lockett and Van Jefferson. He would have destroyed the record. He might have went for like the all-time record if it wouldn't been for that, like, not the rookie record, the Tim Brown record. Like, he would have went for like the whole shit. Yeah, like 500 footballers is like what they should be shooting for. I don't think the Jaguars will be what they was last year. The Texans will have a better start than last year. But the Texans is kind of like, let's wait till we get to the playoffs to see what the Texans gonna do. And then the Colts Colts fans was mad at me, but the Colts depend upon Daniel Jones having a miracle and healing from a broken leg and an Achilles and coming back 100% with a less talented offense. And if he can do that, then the Colts will be it. I don't see it. Stephen B was good. Yeah, Saleh is a good defensive coach. He got a whole new playbook, but you gotta think like Dabo got a lot of time with Cam in the draft process because y'all, the Giants, was gonna draft him, and like Cam is a workaholic. You gotta think he went from running wing T offense in high school to going to Incarnate Word to Washington State to Miami. He had 2 different play callers last year. I promise Dabo's offense will be easier to run than Brian Callahan and Bo Carter. I promise it will be. Joe Blacko, like if somebody want to think about what Cam Ward is, go from the bye week forward and look at the last month and a half of Cam Ward's season, and then you could kind of see what Cam Ward can project to year 2. The first 8 weeks was just tragic. First 8 weeks was tragic. If the standards of Titans don't get any primetime games, the number 1 pick should apply to the Raiders. No shit. Stop it. We're not gonna do the Titan crybaby thing. What we is gonna demand is, instead of demanding the league, the other 31 teams in the NFL to care about us, we need to demand the standard. We went and got the coaching staff. We got Saleh. We got Dabo. We got Gus Bradley. We got White Cotton. We got all these coaches. Chad Brinker out the way. He can't be the problem. Mike Vrabel ain't the problem. John Robinson ain't the problem. You had 2 good draft class, 2 good offseason. You killed free agency. You went crazy in the draft. Titans still got the most cap space of any team in the NFL. You got new jerseys. You got a new stadium coming. Every Titan legend on earth came back to celebrate. This is the season in commemorance of Coach Mack. You got a new stadium coming. Bruh, if the Titans don't play better football after 2, 3, and 14 season with all they done, just throw the team away. Just push it into the river. We don't need to talk about primetime games until we do something. Do you want that team last year to be on? And look, Mason Rudolph and Will Levis's Brian Callahan team, or Corey Levin running routes with Mason Kinsey and Van Jefferson. We don't want that on primetime. We got to do something to earn a primetime game. We need to stop crying. All teams is not created equal. We need to earn our right to be on primetime. EP was popping, man. EP, I don't know if you've seen it or not. My YouTube breakdown of every different. I did a whole pod every day after the draft. Each division. I'm sorry, man, but your Commanders let me. Y'all, why are y'all not getting Jaden Daniels any help? I just seen Jawan Jennings go to the Vikings. Kyler Murray been in Minnesota for 6 weeks, and he got more help than Jaden Daniels got out there. The Giants went crazy in the draft. The Cowboys went crazy in the offseason. The Eagles went crazy. Commanders over there with a bag of potato chips for Jaden Daniels to come back with. Yeah, look, y'all need to call Cliff Kingsbury and tell him y'all sorry and get some help out there. Because I know the game plan wasn't to wait on Brandon Ayuk's crazy ass. They need to get some help for Jaden Daniels. I feel bad for him. Dabo definitely has a plan. The schedule dropped Thursday 2 times. EJ, Nito. Hey, EJ, y'all went crazy in this offseason. I can't even front. Y'all went crazy. Y'all defense ain't going to be as good as it was, but y'all went crazy in the offseason of offense. Who you think is the closest comp for Cam? I want to say Mahomes so bad. Nah. To me, Cam is Cam because of the mentality. Like, it's easy to try to compare him to like throw types and off angles. To me, I put Cam Ward to be more like a black Matt Stafford. Cam Ward is not finna run 70 yards down the sideline like Lamar Jackson. I know that there was a lot of Titan fans that are not Let me say, there's a lot of Caucasian Titan fans that didn't know who Cam Ward, that thought just because he was a black quarterback that he was fast. He is not that. Cam Ward is more of a Matt Stafford, that more of a, like, he gonna throw crazy angles, he gonna get the ball out high. Like, he more of a Matt Stafford, Brett Favre than a Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson. That's the way I look at him. I look at Cam Ward more of a Brett Favre, Matt Stafford type than, like, thinking about, like, trying to compare him to Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or somebody. Because Cam Ward want to throw the ball. He don't want to run. He will run. He's strong. He don't want to run. Cam want to get the ball out. Rodgers. Yeah, you can say crafty like Rodgers, but I don't even know if Cam Ward is more athletic than Aaron Rodgers in his prime. But when you think about these type of numbers in the history of the Tennessee Titans, like, Tennessee Titans is very poor when it comes to when it comes to having, like, because we've always been like running back you, but that it shouldn't go from Warren Moon all the way to Cam Ward. We talking about from 1991 to 2026. That is a quarter century of nobody throwing for, like, nobody had a hot season. Like, nobody just got hot and just bombed it out. It don't matter if we win or lose, just bomb. Because you got to think, Ryan Tannehill had a 4,000 yard season in Miami before he even ever got to Nashville, which is nuts if you think about it. Just put that in perspective. Ryan Tannehill threw for 4,000 yards as a Dolphin, but not as a Titan. As good as a run as Tannehill had, and if we being fair, ain't many people had a better run than Tanny. You wasn't born to 96. Don't make me old. 96, big body sitting on, like, you. Ooh, y'all missed so much good stuff in the 90s and 80s. Pull his stats up for his rookie year, because I remember you saying he would have better numbers than Danny Dimes. Hey, we ain't ducking no smoke. Hey, just remember this 2 times. There ain't many content creators that actually will do this. Rookie season, Cam Ward statistics. 60% passing, 3,169 yards, 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, sacked 55 times. And see, that's the thing that Cam Ward, a lot of these 55 sacks was on Cam Ward in the first half of the season, because they wasn't really giving up sacks the second half of the season if you go look at the game splits. So if you cut those sacks down and the Titans are actually moving the ball and picking up first downs, this completion percentage need to get between 65 and 70. This need to get he need to at least have 3,819 yards passing, and he need to double this. This need to be 30 touchdowns and around 10 interceptions and fumbles. So I ain't gonna just say just picks. He had a lot of fumbles too. So Cam Ward gotta Cam Ward for sure gotta be able to hang on to the football better. So those are my things for Cam Ward. Cam Ward's gotta hold on to the football better, and he's gotta take less sacks. But I expect the offense to be better for him. Like, it's like the people that said Cardinal Tate couldn't be a 1. I'm like, well, just scale Jeremiah Smith and Cardinal Tate to Joe Burrow's year that you had Jay Jettis and Jamar Chase. Like, Joe Burrow have 5,600 yards and 60 touchdowns. Like, if you're in an offense that moves the ball and scores more, and you're playing all 4 quarters of the game, like I could see Cam Ward's numbers easily getting up there to break Ryan Tannehill's, because when you look at Ryan Tannehill's tenure as a Titan, and there's not many people
$15 a month at Mint Mobile.
Here we go. I always gotta throw a commercial in there, huh? ESPN. I ain't paying y'all in Disney for that. When you look at Tannehill's career, the run he had, look, 3,900, 4,000, 4,000, 3,000, and then he gets traded to the Titans, and 70% completion percentage, 2,700 yards coming off the bench, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and then the next 3 years is the years he had to run. We talk about 3,819 yards on 65% completions, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, only sacked 24 times. And see, that's what Cam Ward got to be shooting for. If Cam Ward plays 17 games and throw for 65% or better completion percentage, he'll hit the 4K, I think. And I think he'll easily be over 30 touchdowns passing. But then you look at Tannehill down the stretch. I mean, bro, 13 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 10 years into your career. Sack totals going up. And then that last year, that I just felt bad for him. 1,600 yards, 4 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, sacked 32 times. Only playing 10 games. He can sack over 3 times a game. So when you look at all-time Titans, I think Cam Ward should easily be able to make this run. Like, look at Mariota's time with the Titans. 2,800, 3,400, 3,200, 2,500. These were playoff teams that he was on, where he's barely hitting 3,000 yards. More interceptions than touchdowns. That's the tough part. I mean, let's look at McNair. Let's look at Steve McNair. I mean, we talk about like McNair's best years is like 3,300 yards, 22 passing touchdowns, 15 picks. 21 passing touchdowns, 12 intercept, 15 and 13. Like, these are not hard numbers for Cam Ward to overcome. And then when you look at Warren Moon, like, this is ungodly. We talking about 80s. 33, 27, 34, 28, 23, 36, 46, 46. Like, throwing for 46.89 and 46.90 and 90 and 91. And he threw for 4,600 yards in 15 games, bro. I mean, Warren Moon is putting that thing up. Like, those are beastly numbers. Then when he got to Minnesota, 42, like, Warren Moon was still bombing later in his career. Like, Cam Ward, I think in his career at one point, he could shoot for this in franchise history, like total franchise history. But like, realistically right now, like, Cam Ward should be thinking like, I'm finna throw for 4K this year, and I'm finna put the Titans era passing records on my back. No, he's definitely not doing no mentoring, Joe Blacko. He'd be a better team player. I think it's better, but not by much. Racy McMath, don't bring that name up. Yeah, he did build it for Marcus. But Tanny balled out. Corey. Less drops. Yeah, I mean the coaches and the team sold Cam out the gate. I think that first game against the Broncos, there's 8 confirmed drops. Yeah, I think Cam and you two should be crazy. Oh yeah, you gotta do right by Moon. Okay, so let's look at 2 times when we bring up Danny Dimes last year. 3,100 yards, 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 22 sacks. Daniel Jones was playing really good last year. I mean, look at Danny Dimes in New York. He barely was sniffing 3,000. 3,027, 2943, 2428, 3205, 909, 2070. Like, bruh. Like, Daniel Jones has only had 1 year where he had more passing yards than Cam Ward's rookie season. So if Cam throw for the 38-19 this season, like, he'll probably outdo Danny Dimes next year. He'll probably outdo Danny Dimes next, because I don't know how healthy Daniel Jones will be to play next season. I don't know how healthy he'll be. Said double the wins. I expect them to play close to 500 football. I think that would be a vast improvement. I'm not saying playoffs. I'm not saying win the South. I'm not saying win 10 games. I'm saying they should be close to 500 football this year. I be buying Jonathan Taylor more than Daniel Jones. I don't know how healthy. Like, Mahomes and Daniel Jones is gonna start the season off like Kirk Cousins last year. Kirk Cousins started off last year and he had that 6-game stretch where Kirk Cousins just his body sold him. I'm just not a believer that somebody can come off that type of injury and be 100% when the season starts. And the Colts offense is worse this year than it was last year. I just don't see how Daniel Jones is going to come back and just jump right in to form. Like, I think it's going to take him a little bit. Yeah, you heard it. I wish I could soundproof the door, but I can't. Talking about Shane Steichen. I mean, I don't see... Bro, when you go look at the AFC South breakdown that we did, like, what about the Colts roster make you think their offense is going to be better this year than last year? I just can't see it. He really is. I mean, like, let's be serious. Daniel Jones not knowing how he going to come back. Anthony Richardson wants to be traded. Riley Leonard, they didn't give him no snaps. You got Seth Hennigan as the 4th quarterback. You got Jonathan Taylor who gonna carry the load for them. Jonathan Taylor, one of the best backs in the league, no doubt. But now they're down to DJ Giddens, Seth McGowan, Ulysses Bentley the 4th, Alec Pierce, who nobody knows after he got this $30 million, can he be the number 1 receiver? You got Josh Downs, who's a really good slot receiver. Nick Westbrook of Kennedy, and we love the Honda. We love Nick Westbrook. But you go from Michael Pittman Jr. to Nick Westbrook, Anthony Gould, Deion Burks, who's a speedster out of Oklahoma, but he don't have a good route tree. And if you got Downs on the field, like, where does that put Deion Burks? Laquan Treadwell, bro. Tyler Warren need to get 1,000 yards receiving, him and Mo Alley Cox. I don't see nothing about that offense that make you think Daniel Jones gonna have a better year this year than last year. unless the Colts go make some move and pick up Stephon Diggs or somebody, or they're the team that get Ayuk to stop playing crazy and going AWOL, or they get Debo Samuel. So I don't know. Like, I don't see nothing on the Colts offense that make me feel like this Colts offense finna like put up numbers. You gotta think, Alec Pierce was the 4th leading reception leader on the team. He's like Jonathan Taylor and Tyler Warren hold the safeties in eyes in the backfield. Michael Pittman Jr. is the number 1. Alec Pierce run deep routes for the Colts. They play action with Daniel Jones and give him time to throw the ball deep to Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce got to go from 47 catches to like 100 this season. Do he have that in him is the question. Where if Nick Westbrook or Kenny is out there and Josh Downs, he going to get safety help rolled over top of him. The deep threat for Alec Pierce ain't going to be there this season. They need to get another number 2. They're going to roll the safety to Alec Pierce. He going to draw a number 1 corner and a safety rolling over every time. Yeah, but they lost some of their people, though, 2 times. If I was a coach, I would have called Tannehill before I called Rivers. Man, the coach knew it was over once Danny Dimes went down anyways, though. There was no chance. Said Giddens is cold. Career 26 carries for 96 yards. All right, man. I believe you, bro. DJ Giddens is going to take him to the promised land. They cook, Corey. They don't even know it. So just say Danny Dimes don't come back 100% with that offense with Anthony Richardson in there. Like, what you doing? Hendricks was popping. Yeah, Tyler Warren is cold. Second coming of Peyton Manning. That's what I'm saying. Like $30 million for Alec Pierce. I don't know if like they're talking about. They don't know if Carnell Tate could be a 1. I'd much rather have Carnell Tate as my 1 than get $30 million for Alec Pierce and lose Michael Pittman. For ticket sales. That was weird though. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't have just said, let's see what they got in Riley Leonard. I don't understand teams drafting quarterbacks in the later rounds and grooming them as QB2. Like Will Howard on the Steelers. Like, if Aaron Rodgers go out and you feel like you still gonna make the playoffs, why would you run Mason Rudolph out there instead of Will Howard just to see what he got? Because now you haven't seen what you got in Will Howard, and then you draft Drew Aller. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make sense. Like in that case, let Riley Leonard go out there and fall on his face, because he's not the future at QB anyways. You still got Anthony Richardson sitting there, and you want to give Daniel Jones $50 million guaranteed. Doesn't make sense. I ain't gonna say the Colts gonna be bad, because the Colts is always a tough game. I'm just saying they're not gonna. Like, they were 8-1 until the injuries last year. I don't see them being a team that start off hot like that. You see, I think Shane is a superior schemer and play caller. He makes his QBs look good. I don't even think it was him. I think Jonathan Taylor had 9 touchdowns on the Tennessee Titans the last 3 games he played. So when you watch them play, Jonathan Taylor is a back that led the league in rushing. When you have a Saquon, a Jonathan Taylor, a CMC, a guy that can do so much, and you got good tight ends like Tyler Warren and Mo Alley Cox, you can run 12 personnel and just play action. Like, Daniel Jones was like play action and using his legs to extend plays. That's what made Peyton Manning days good. They ran that stretch with Joseph Adai and Adrian James, Dallas Clark. You got Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison on the outside. And then they bring in Stokely like they bring in a slot receiver to cook you when they get out of 12 personnel. And they just make you line up and play base where you kind of got to sell out a little bit or play one-on-one too much. I just don't think they got the talent to do that now. There's no Michael Pittman and Alec Pierce and Tyler Warren and Jonathan Taylor and Downs, because they traded A.D. Mitchell last season too. A.D. Mitchell was supposed to be the guy that took over for the role of Pittman. So it would have been Alec Pierce, A.D. Mitchell, Downs, like that. NWI is your fourth, but that's not what they got. Hendricks, it was weird. That's like the Cardinals. You got Brissett and Minshew. If they playing bad and you don't just throw Carson Beck out there the second half of the season to see what he can do, why did you draft him? Same with the Jets. If Geno Smith fall on his face and it's week 6 and they don't put Cade Klubnik in, like what are you saving him for? You got 3 first-round picks next year. You're gonna go after Arch Manning or Dante Moore or Trinidad Chambliss. Like, put him out there and see what you got. People don't know how good Pittman is. I think Pittman will probably have more receptions than DK Metcalf in Pittsburgh. Because to me, DK Metcalf just an athlete. He don't never produce like he supposed to. I think Michael Pittman is the guy that's going to get them 90 catches this year. Because he like a Nico Collins. They just get open and catch the ball. Yeah, and then that's what I'm saying. Like, you got Michael Pittman, 100-catch receiver as your 1, and Alec Pierce as your 2 that could just, when the safeties is looking at Jonathan Taylor and Tyler Warren, he's running one-on-one down the sideline. Now, Alec Pierce do have that 6'3" and fast as hell, but him as the 1, going from like 47 receptions to 100 this season is going to be a heavy workload for Alec Pierce. He got the talent to do it. I just don't know if they're going to be able to put it together. He said the Titans are going to win it. I think the Texans is the best team in the South. Not by some landslide, but I just think the Texans' defense is too good, and they had a really good offseason. Yeah, I mean, they got Michael Pittman Jr., they got Rico Dowdle, they got Jeremy Bernard from Alabama. Like, Pittsburgh got Jamel Dean. Like, Pittsburgh had a good offseason. It's just they let Aaron Rodgers play with them. Man, Corey, do you remember that game where they went to overtime and we had Trey Avery on Michael Pittman for the game? I'm yelling at the TV like, why is Trey Avery on Michael Pittman? They did some kind of, I don't know what kind of play they ran. They did some motion stack. I'm just like, why is Trey Avery on Michael Pittman? Michael Pittman caught the pass like a center in the paint. Like, you know how they tell a big man don't bring the ball down, just catch it and dunk. He just caught it and dunked. Like, bro, like what are we doing? Like, why is Trey Avery on Michael Pittman Jr. for the game? Jets is a whole nother situation. Thing about the Jets is Geno probably gonna play better in New York than he did with Chip Kelly and Pete Carroll. I don't know what they was doing. They was too busy arguing with the running back about how he stand up in the backfield. Like, I think the Jets has got some young talent. I think Geno will play better in New York, but I don't know if Aaron Glenn survives, because they might be Pearson and Gerard Mayo and Aaron Glenn. He might just be there as a placeholder so they can hire a new coach and let that new coach pick a quarterback next year. Unless Geno have a resurgence or Cade Klubnik get in and pull a Jackson Dart or Tyler Shook and just go crazy when they get the opportunity. He said, my point on Shane is the Colts have had 22 points per game or more in the past 3 regular seasons, regardless of the QB. He's a good offensive mind. I'm not taking that away from him. I'm just saying this is going to be a tough challenge for him. Yeah, Corey, I was just like, looking at the TV like, why? Why? It's barbecue chicken. That's what I'm saying, Hendrix. I think that's what they're gonna do. They got 3 first rounds this year, and they got 3 first rounds next year. If you look at their roster, like from when we did the AFC East, I mean, realistically, when you look at their roster, bro, like Brees Hall just got signed. They got Geno Klubnik. Braylon Allen is a good secondary back. Garrett Wilson will be healthy with A.D. Mitchell, Omar Cooper Jr., Kenyon Sadiq, Mason Taylor, Jeremy Ruckert. Like they first 4 go in. You know, I'm not knocking where they at there. You see what I'm saying? Fashanu, Armand Membo, Dylan Parham, Joe Tippin, like they, you know, even on defense, David Bailey, T Sweat, McDonald, Maui Noah, Demario Davis, Michael Walker, D'Angelo Pond, Cisco, Minka, Brandon Stevens, Brownlee Jr., Malachi Moore, Nashawn Wright. I mean, I ain't gonna knock. They got some young talent, and they got 3 first rounders next year. I just think they're gonna Aaron Glenn is the setup job. Either Aaron Glenn is gonna have them playing out their mind year 2, and we're gonna be talking about him as like coach of the year candidate, or we're gonna know they already looking at who they want to hire to take over the Jets and draft one of those 3 quarterbacks. I don't hate it for them because they got guaranteed clauses in their contract where their coaches get paid. It's one or 2 things gonna happen. You a black coach, you coming into the NFL, you finna have a tough situation to deal with. Either you gonna barbecue or mildew, get it popping. You know what I'm saying? Do a Mike Tomlin, hop in there and run 20 years and never have a losing season and step out on top. Have you a Super Bowl on your wing, go on ESPN and talk trash on NFL in the morning. That's how it works. This is gonna be interesting though, man. I think the Titans gotta play 500 ball, and I think Cam Ward gotta break the Titans era record this year. Like, I'm gonna be real. Cam Ward had almost 3,200 last year. If Cam Ward don't break Tannehill's record, they're gonna be questioning if Cam Ward should have been the first pick or not. I know Titan fans don't want to hear that. I'm a biggest Cam. Y'all know I was clamoring for quarterback all the time leading up into the draft. I was one of the only people that truly was saying, I want quarterback. We get Cam Ward. I'm ecstatic. I understand the rookie season and everything that went at it wholeheartedly. But the rest of the media is going to be on the Titans' neck. And seriously be on the Titans' neck if Cam Ward don't throw for 4K. What up, Buddha? I'm late, but I caught the live stream, bro. Tighten up. Getting paid to sit at the crib. Give me that David Culley. Man, give me that Ed Orgeron. You know what I'm saying? Give me that. You know, Rand Carthon is still getting that chicken out of Nashville, man. Look, like he still get to talk football with no pressure of drafting or worrying about if the team wins or not. I think more than just Salah's neck, I think they're gonna be on Brian Daboll and Cam Ward's neck to say, like, you have to do more than what you did with Brian Callahan and Bo Hardegree with Mike McCoy and Nick Holst. Like, there's just no shot if you go into it and you can't outdo the last staff that was here. It's like really set up for a hero. Like, I could see Brian Daboll like turning Cam Ward into like a 4,000-yard passer, and like Brian Daboll being hired to coach the Jets next season. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of stuff we talking about. Because it could be like an ungodly like turnaround. It's like you took over a job where the last person was just a complete incompetent person in that job title, and you come in and you just show up and basically do nothing, and people praise you. That's what this job would be like if they get it right. Titans can win 8 games and people would think like, oh my God, Robert Saleh and Daboll's got them on the right path. Like, they ain't even got to have the pressure saying like they should win 10 games. And y'all know if y'all missed the shop talk, y'all can always go back on YouTube. All the pods on the YouTube channel, with a little bit of the fluff taken out. If y'all are not following over there, we're monetized and partnered on YouTube now, so you can go back and check all the pods we did. I think I did like after the draft. I want to say I put out like 15 to 20 videos in less than 2 weeks. Like I was just pumping videos out. So y'all can check that out, and then obviously on Facebook we had a little dirt. We had a viral moment. We had us a viral moment with the Mike Vrabel ish. Yeah, we went crazy over here with the Mike Vrabel, with the Mike Vrabel meme. You know, we went crazy over there, but we ain't gonna waste no more time. If y'all want to see my thoughts about that, that's on the YouTube as a pod as well. All right, that is a flat hour in the shop of can Cam Ward ascend to the top of the record books for the Tennessee Titans, and can he chase that man who gave him his jersey number, the Hall of Famer Warren Moon, only Titan Oiler quarterback in franchise history in 15 years to ever throw for 4,000 yards. And not only did he do it, he threw for 4,600 back-to-back years in 90 and 91, being coined the run and shoot offense that as a child made me a true fan of this franchise. Yeah, I mean, him going to the Jets would be very likely if all the stuff that's going on with Vrabel, and then you see him get this offense back clicking, and he's got all the tools in the tool belt to make it happen. Wherever Dabo go, Levis follows. I don't think so. I think if Levis play good in preseason, I think somebody's gonna take a stab at it. I'm really surprised that nobody took a stab at Levis during the draft. All right, y'all got any questions? It don't have to be Titans related. It could be about anything, anybody, any topic. What do you talk like? What's like the off-topic stuff that we was talking about? I can't even remember, but I'm gonna let y'all shoot. This y'all time to ask whatever question y'all want in the shop. I know I haven't done a mailbag in a while, but this is like that mailbag time. And then while we doing that, man, shout out to some of the homies, man, that reached out this week. Was all right, the Two-Tone Bandit is a Titan fan that has he's got a Titan group, Two-Tone Takeover. They do Titan content as well. They reached out and I told them, I said, listen, man, like, I'm one of them people that think you should work with people and not work against people. Titan fan base is small. It was 32 out of 32 in the NFL markets, and the Titan media is not always inclusive. So anytime anybody from the Titans community reach out to me to want to work, bro, I'm always game for it, because everybody's not always welcoming to the community. And shout out to Titans Coliseum. Those are the first guys in the Titans scene that really reached out. Firestone, Romels, and Morocco, you know, those guys was the first Titan guys to reach out. So whenever you have somebody that reached out, not like I told them, like, bro, I know people always have their egos and people have their ulterior motives, But I've always been the content creator that like say I'd rather work with people than work against people, because I just felt like there's room for everybody, and if you work with everybody, it's like it's just better off, because we're a smart market team in my mind. Cause some people be feeling like they ain't even gotta read your comments, and I was like, it took a lot of balls and confidence to reach out to want to work with somebody, because you know you don't know what you gonna get. Sometimes I've never been the type to reach out to people, but when I do interact and engage people, if people like be weird with me, I don't take it personal. I just don't rock with them. Like, this is me. Yeah, 007 is almost here. Any games you plan on going to when the schedule drop? I don't know. I'm just gonna look at the schedule and kind of see how it go. I do want to get to Nashville this season though. I think it's gonna be more of the time frame than a specific game, if that makes sense. Glad to see Cat Williams and Kevin Hart squashing their beef. I think that's good. I think it's growth as a man in the community that I've always done it, because like, all right, let me throw the crystal balls in the chat. This is a secondary piece. I'm gonna break something down for y'all. I was gonna do it on these podcasts when these people invite me, but I'm gonna just go ahead and do it now, and then I can reiterate it when they come on. Let me see the crystal balls in the chat. If you're on Facebook, we got our stickers back. If you're a supporter, if you're on Kick and you watching, you just need to be a follower to use the 50 emotes and stickers. If you're on Twitch, Amazon Prime, you can sub free once a month and use the stickers. And if you're on YouTube, it's kind of new because we partnered over there. But let me get into that conversation, because it's a deeper conversation. Most times, people's pride and ego won't allow them to say I was wrong, or say, man, it was a miscommunication. I read your text wrong. I took what you said out of context. You had a clip and I seen a 30-second clip, but the other hour of it I didn't see. I don't have the context in which you were speaking, and we never talked on the phone. We never chopped it up. We don't know each other. It's the internet. Most of people know most of my biggest supporters started off as trolls. Most of my biggest supporters are not Titan fans. They're not. They just like the fact that they control me, and like I don't take it personal. Even when people in my comments, they say crazy stuff, I say have a blessed day. If they talking sports, then I rap with them. Now I might go by their profile picture to see if they look crazy or not. I might check their cheekbone structure, but that's just me being precautionary to not waste my time arguing with somebody I shouldn't argue with. So like, think about my history, my track record. I love what Cat Williams and Kevin Hart did, because they showed we can still get back to the money. Yes, I said my piece about you. Okay, you wore it. I know how you feel. We got over that, and now let's move forward. I think it's a weakness to say, man, I don't work with them. You know, like that's a weakness. I think it takes a strength to be able to accept apology or give an apology or have thick enough skin to move by it. And that's something that I live by, because think about all the creators that's came for me over the years. Like, we talking about like go all the way back like 2018, 2019. Like, think about all the people that come for me. The snakes in the grass, the people that appear like they cool, but first chance they get, they snake bite. I expect all that. I just say, when you gonna have the smoke, be able to get to the money. Case in point, one of my biggest videos last year on YouTube on accident was Carter with a C and Rent Due. Who remember that? I let them air each other out, call each other all kind of names, drop your addy, drop your location. I'ma pull up. I'm gonna beat your ass. Nah, I'm gonna beat your ass. Nah, I'm gonna do this to you. No, you gonna do this to me. And I told both of them. That's it right there. 728 views. Like, I told both of them, bro, none of this matters if y'all don't play the game. If you can get 1,000 people to watch you argue and cuss each other out and dog each other out, take that same energy like a boxing match within the next few days, line it up and play the game. If you so mad about the words that y'all speak over the phone, on the internet, type through text messages, FaceTime, that you don't go get the bag, it's counterproductive. It's stupid. Not saying they're stupid, because they're my guys. I rock with both of them. But I'm saying I was mad at them both and they knew it, because I'm like, y'all gotta go get the money. If 1,000 people show up to watch y'all argue, if y'all actually mic'd up and had this game and popped y'all shit, it's like a URL rap battle. It doesn't even matter who wins. You're gonna have crazy views. If the game is close, you can set up a rematch. Like, it's on some WWE shit, because like, if I see two grown men actually fight or have an altercation behind this without getting the money associated with it, I am going to call them stupid. And I'm gonna call them on the phone like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, play the game and get the money. Play the game and get the money. I mean, 2 times. We talk about like Bad Boys, Will Smith and Martin. Kevin Hart and Cat Williams do like some shit, like the shit would be like Friday, bro. Or if they went on tour together, or if they did a movie, bro, like, bro, get Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, Drewski, Dave Chappelle, like, that shit'll break the internet. Suave, I have to say the cheekbone. You gotta see some of these people who be calling me crazy in the comments. That, I mean, seriously, bro, like, that's always been my thing. The best people at it in content, like Boosie, when Boosie go back to Vlad, it's gonna be a movie. Charleston White going to No Jumper and going to Vlad, a movie. 6ix9ine going to Big Bank and Vlad, movie. Like, if you ever get the people that had, like, if you get Cam and Jim Jones on a, oh my God, with May still there and Mano and Fab, I know people don't like to do it, but you got to take advantage of the negativity and show people that, like, man, we put that to the side. We got a bag off that. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you put it to the side and make like a monumental bag, it's like Jay-Z and Nas, like the people that took sides, and then when they old, they like at a casino with Susan rapping. You like, dang, like they got the bag, bro. Like, with all this stuff with Drake and J. Cole and Kendrick, bro, we ain't gonna get it right now because of ego and pride. But could you imagine if Iceman, if Drake just got crazy hits on it and it do numbers, and then like 2-3 years from now you get J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick on the album? Shit gonna be nuts. But it's just like, you gotta take advantage of the opportunity to squash something and make something pop. Like, you see Rick Ross and French Montana apologizing to Drake. Another Drake and Future album right now. Like, people gotta learn to put that nonsense. And most of the time, people don't make amends and go get the money because they be too worried about what the internet or the streets, the myth of the streets, how people feel like they can't. Bro, we ain't never gonna get a Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug album. We ain't never gonna get the Gunna and Thug album. We ain't gonna get the Lil Baby Sold Out Dates with Gunna again. We need that. You know what I'm saying? It's dry out here, man. They done ran Drake off and now we ain't got no songs. Tory Lane's in jail and putting out better songs than all these cats. Like, no Tory Lanes, and then we don't got Drake. But it's wild, like, I don't rock with, like, my thing about everybody is like, get the money. You can argue and fuss and fight and talk trash. It's the internet, but get the money. So when people see other people together, they be like, yes, get the money and put on a show. Cause like the way I think about things is always like outside the book. Even like the Chud the Builder dude, like, bruh, all this stuff is the aliens, Chud the Builder, all this blah 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 blah. Epstein. These people assassinating people, taking folks out. You know what I'm saying? The Charlie Kirk shooting, like all this stuff. Like, come on, bro. Like, listen. Put the Epstein list out and let's see who on there. Y'all done started a war. They done came up with a new virus. They're doing all this stuff where they just tell us who on that list. Diddy, like whatever they want. This Chud the Builder dude, like who cares? Like when people ask me about what do I think about Chud the Builder, I say, listen, he's not a real white person. I grew up with real white people. If real white people don't want to be around black people, they go to the country club or a hunting club, or they got land or an estate where they just don't have to deal with nobody they don't want to deal with. They don't like dealing with poor white people either. I'm sorry. I think the Chud dude is an actor. I think he's an agent of chaos. White folks is not thinking about black people right now. You got ICE deportations. You got a war in Ukraine and Russia. You got a war with Israel and Iran in the Middle East, a holy war. Like, bro, the black and white issue ain't even a thing right now. They're just trying to get something stirred up. That's like, I don't even think about that dude. Like, seriously, like a real, like, he's just an actor. He's like a white person during slavery that didn't have the money to buy slaves. You see what I'm saying? Like a real white person, like a real white, like money white. Look at stuff that he doing is like antics and joke. A real racism is like, you can stop my kids from being zoned into a good school, or you got the money to put a judge in office that is hard on on black nonviolent criminals. Like that's systematic racism. Is I got enough money, I could build a whole town and a school where the city dollars don't even go to those districts. I can rezone the map to where all the schools we don't want is across this side of the track. Like that's real. Like that ain't even like, bruh, come on. Like, that's not even real racism. That's just a dude just out there acting, trying to he trying to do the MAGA shit just to play on people's hearts to try to get money. Because once I seen the dude had old pictures in a fairy costume and all this stuff, I'm like, yeah, bruh, probably do anything to get on. And it's just his thing. This is easy thing to do is race bait. Cause like, I grew up with like white people that might have Confederate shit at their house. They don't even think like how there's just some over the top acting stuff. Like black people shouldn't even pay him any attention. You know what he remind me of? You remember when Jerry Banfield was doing this thing on Facebook where he said he wanted to identify as black and the black creators was mad, and I said, all y'all, I hate to say it, all y'all niggas is stupid. Why y'all care about Jerry Banfield? Jerry Banfield had 250,000 followers and couldn't get 100 views on a live stream. He doing that identify stuff to mess with the rainbow folks. And like, bruh, I said, what you think about the Buddha? I said, if he's still black when he get pulled over by the police, or if he's still black in 6 months, then we'll have a conversation. Last time I checked, Jerry Banfield ain't identifying as black. Let's see if Jerry Banfield is still identifying as black. Look at this. Jerry Banfield is talking about Bitcoin with button-up shirts on and a clean-shaven face. Jerry Banfield will do anything to to try to get some bread. He like Don Lapre. He like one of them Jed Banfield doing crypto reviews with 998 followers, 549 followers on this. Somebody's on here and Jerry Banfield is talking about being divorced. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm praying for Jerry though, cause like Jerry the type that'll do anything to get on, and I don't want to see him like have no mental health crisis and do nothing to himself if it don't work. You know what I'm saying? Like does Jerry Banfield look like he's identifying as black? No, he's not. And then that page got shadow banned because this one got 2,000 subscribers. You know, the original Jerry Banfield page had like buku followers. So it's like, is Jerry Banfield still identifying as black? No, he's not. So that's why I was telling people like, why y'all like black people get mad at the dumbest stuff like Dick Gregory is one of my like heroes in life, all time greats. Like ain't many people that can even get on the same platform in my mind is Dick Gregory. But Dick Gregory used to always say like the people that try to act racist towards black people don't have the power to actually do anything racist to black people other than just talk. So he's just talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, obviously, if you in Tennessee, if you go to the hood of Nashville or the hood of Memphis, he's not going to do none of that. He's got a camera on, walk around downtown Nashville in a tourist area. Like, bro, it's like going to Disney and saying where the Florida gangsters at. I'm at Disney World, bro. Like, nobody care about dude. Nobody should even waste any time with him. People should actually ignore him, and then he'll just go away quietly into the night like Jerry Banfield did. And Hendrix, like, when people have like called me a monkey and a coon and all that stuff on Facebook, I like, bro, I'm in Alabama. There's swastikas in the courthouse steps downtown. There's statues of Bull Connor sicking the dogs on people. You can go visit the 16th Street Baptist Church where they blew up the little girls in the church. They used to have Klan rallies in my park at downtown Florence as a child. I remember there was an ice cream shop called Trowbridge's that didn't serve black people in the 90s going into the 2000s. Like, it would be stuff like that, bro. Like, the coaches still chew tobacco. Like, bro, black figurines swinging and like there's like dog chew toys with black people swinging on trees, like where I grew up at, bro. Well, I got the coolest white people I grew up with: Andrew Terry, Bart Tate, Aubrey Wilson, BJ Brewer. I had some of the coolest white boys ever from my city. So it's like, I don't even look at stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like just not the way I see it. It's just like black people should just like not be so easily triggered by the things that so-called racist people do. Like, it's the 95-5 theory. 95% of the money is controlled by 5% of the people, and vice versa. Them 5% is the real white. The real white is who can make Kanye West go from being a multi-billionaire to having a couple hundred million, just like because they snapped their fingers. They can make people erase off the earth. They thinking about oil prices 100 years from now and this holy war in the microchips in Taiwan and the Russia-Ukraine border of East and West Europe. They're thinking about things like the lithium mines in Africa or the drug trade in South. Like, they think about stuff like that. Real white people is not concerned about a cowboy hat dude with a mustache talking racial slurs walking around on kick. But I promise you they're not. And if you buy into that stuff, it's like he's an agent of chaos. Like, clearly this dude is an actor that somebody is paying to do these things as a distraction. Like, think about it. Every few years they need some distractions. Like, they finna release aliens in like a holographic Jesus about to come back before they release this Epstein list. Like, these people is eating babies and drinking blood. Like, come on, fam. I didn't even say fuck. I understood what Jerry Banfield was doing. See, like, most people see things at eye level instead of like looking in the crystal ball. I told people day one what Jerry Banfield was doing. I was like, he's not even really trolling black people. Jerry Banfield is using black people and identifying as black to troll the LGBTQ plus community. That's who he was messing with, and people couldn't see it. I'm like, Jerry's just doing this to say that, like, if a man could be a woman and a woman could be a man when they wake up, I could be black tomorrow if I want to be. That's what he was doing. He knew it was going to be controversial. And like, people bought into that. Like, the black people can't be more mad about the gay people who he's trolling. Like, just let him do what he going to do. Let's see if he still want to be black in 6 months. The more y'all talk about it, the more y'all going to hype it up. Obviously, he don't care about offending y'all. Just like the Chud dude don't care about offending black people, because he going to get what he want. He's going to like play into that thing until he get what he actually want. But my opinion about dude is he's just an actor. So like, he's just acting out. He's literally acting out. Like, to me, he's not even really racist. Like, he can't stop my kids from going to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't move me out of my neighborhood or any of those things. Like, everything about my life, like, this dude has no effect on. We in two different worlds. You see, like, racism, like, systematic racism is the only thing people should think about. Somebody just being prejudiced or being ignorant, there's always gonna be ignorant people. But I'm saying, like, most white people is not even the white people that had enough money to own slaves. They just mad just for the hell of it. They, like, the slur that go around with Southern white people was the ones that was in the fields with us because they didn't have enough money to buy enough slaves. They was illiterate too. They started getting mad and beating up the former slaves because they figured out how to read and write and do things they couldn't. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Who made the cover of Mad 27? You know me. So here it go. Post that to see if it generates eyes. That's a good one. Who y'all want to see on the cover? Man. But see, like, Bada smart. He put himself in the algorithm of everything Jerry Banfield had going on. Bada could care less about that shit. Sometimes it's all about putting yourself in the algorithm. Better get over it 2 times. Are you mad about this dude walking around on Kick saying it? Or you mad at, or the person that that's trying to get slavery removed from history books in your school? Like, that's the difference, bro. Let me go to the Breakfast Club. How you feel about that new virus? People on the boat. Well, I talked to a dude that was like a government level CDC guy earlier this year. He was saying, like, all that shit is in the lab. Some of that shit's supposed to go out in small batches to see how it would affect people. It's like, we literally like sheep. Like, let me put something in a contained area knowing where it's at, and then see how people react to it. It's like Tuskegee experiment. That was the 40s and 50s. Like, giving people syphilis and then giving them this, like, bro, that's a real thing. Like, I mean, Hendrix, I'm not even buying that whole alien shit. I just think alien disclosure is like, we'll give you anything to keep from saying who on the Epstein list. And to be real, everybody be like, oh, I'm a God-fearing person. I pray. Man, if you prayed up, you would care less about whatever show up. It's like, fear and God don't occupy the same space. So it's like, if you believe in God, like, some alien show up shouldn't, or some whatever show up at your door. Like, come on, fam. Oh yeah, 2 times. It's just all distractions. But Hendrix, that's such a, how can I say this and be respectful? That's like an elementary argument or conversation though. I just got through getting cussed out for telling people like the streets is a myth. You just watch 6ix9ine go on Big Bank, and 6ix9ine walk circles around Big Bank and made Big Bank look stupid on their podcast. Black folks is so in love with the streets and street culture and gangster culture that like the whole argument about the prison industrial complex, people are celebrating Pooh Shiesty crashing out. Like, you just did 60 months in feds. Get out of jail and do something to put yourself back in there when you got multi-million dollars in your account. Like, people are celebrating, man, Gucci a snitch, man. Gucci, he ain't real. He ain't no real nigga, man. Shit, man. Like, shut up, bro. Like, we can't say prison industrial complex, then celebrate every nigga that come home from jail instead of the kid that got a 4.0 and going to school in your family. Everybody celebrate the person that come home from jail. The nerd in your family that get good grades and ain't chasing women and in the streets. Everybody call him a pussy and say he lame and he a one woman man, all this shit. Then we're gonna celebrate the dope man and the pimp and the hustler. As a culture, we celebrate all the wrong shit to be talking about the prison industrial complex. Cause my grandparents era had it. They had lived within their means. They had gardens. They had owned land and property. There's like Howlin' Wolf. They'll drive their old truck until it's paid for. They hunt and fish and cook, and they were self-sufficient. And that was the biggest threat to the American dream. So they created the American dream. And now, like, we all want to live like we see on social media and TV. Like, it's dumb. Like, we can't complain about the prison industrial complex. And just the last 2 weeks, cats is out here like upholding street codes. It's stupid. JSCN would be, yeah, that would be dope. Hashtag I will. Man, 6ix9ine had Big Bank looking so dumb, bro. He had that man where he didn't even want to read the UVs apart. And when that man said, ain't nothing gonna change my mind, even if I read the paperwork and see that he a snitch, he my homeboy, he my rat. I said, bro, they just moved the goalpost. Like, that's why I never stopped listening to Gunna. I never stopped listening to J. Cole. People like, oh, J. Cole a pussy, he backed out the rap beef. Yeah, and he can ride a bike with some gray sweatpants and some Jordans and his hair undone and go anywhere and don't gotta worry about getting robbed or shot. And then his album, The Fall Off, is better than Kendrick's album, and it's probably gonna be better than Iceman. And he had Might Delete Later was better than all the stuff that they didn't drop up to date. So at the end of the day, like, we got a culture that loves ignorance and stupidity. And at some point, we have to celebrate the things that's right. If we're going to celebrate the street so hard, more than going to church and getting closer to God, more than living a righteous life, if everything about us is like, nah, fuck that, man. Streets over everything. Like, all right. He just proved that people move the goalpost for who they like. And that's another thing that I'm going to get into when I get into my podcast interviews with the couple people that's lined up. People move the goalposts if they like somebody. That's just it. And they do it in the content world. They make excuses for them. And then if it's somebody that don't like, it's nothing they could do that could change their mind. It's dumb, Hendrix. Like, everything about LIP and Vibe Nation is like anti-ignorant shit. Yes, that man gas prices made me want to cry. Oh, for sure, Hendrix. It is because, like, truly, if I deprive you of something, you're gonna want it even if it ain't no good for you. I think one of the best movies ever was Zulu, If anybody ever watched the original Zulu movie, when my boy was at the end, Shaka was like, "What else do you have for me, Shiny?" At that point that he knew when he was at that campsite and he asked George, "Will my people live in harmony next door along with your people?" And George couldn't answer the question and basically let him know, nah, when we take this land, we not gonna live in harmony next one hand in hand. My people gonna be here and your people gonna be there. That's when Shaka was like, "Well, what else Shiny you got for me? Fuck it, man. Let's crash out. Let's go and kill each other tomorrow when we wake up, cause if you ain't got no intentions of being friends and living in peace with one another, this shit ain't gonna stop. So let's get this shit going. What else you got Shiny for me?" You know what I'm saying? Like that's where we at. It's like, here's Pooh Shiesty get out for 60 months in the feds, have the hottest record in the world, and crash out and finna do fair time, him and his whole crew, all 9 of them. But he a real stand-up nigga though. He did that shit though, man. It's just like the Julio Fulio shit. All of them got life sentences. The dude who the light-skinned dude come from a good home, a big nice Florida mansion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come from a well-to-do family and you want to go play GTA in real life. Play GTA on the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's where we're at. So you can't get mad at the Shotbybuddhas. You can't get mad at the systematic racism. You can't get mad at the incarceration rates and all that. We just have to change what we're doing. Gunna made good music. See, the thing about 6ix9ine is like 6ix9ine don't have a catalog of music that I listen to. So like he did the smartest thing and started making the reggaeton a Spanish shit, and that shit blew up for him. He need to stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like Gunna, I always say like Gunna have better music than all them. Like Thug music can't compare to Gunna, bro. Like, no disrespect, but it's to say like Thug's pride of some street code shit won't allow him to get with Gunna and make the bag. I don't think Thug had put a song out since he been out of jail that I've listened to. Not one song. Not one song. The best thing he could hope for if Drake want to do an album with him or something. Instead of 21. If Drake want to do an album with Thug or something. That's it. Like, see, he make good music for the Spanish speaking thing. So it's like he just ain't making hip hop no more, but hip hop is popped anyways. Like, he better off making music for the like the Spanish speaking. Great move. Zulu is a classic. Julio mom worked hard. Also, she said she doesn't know why he turned out like that. It's the culture, bro. Like, all the podcasters told Julio like to cut it out, move out your city, get away. They're gonna kill you. Like, it's the culture. Like, when drill culture hit, when 6ix9ine took off beefing with Trippie Redd, when YBN Nahmer came out rubbing off the paint, when TK dropped the race and was on the run, and they done killed some random people and killed the cameraman and all this stuff, like, bruh, it's the culture. Then Chief Keef, the Chicago drill scene hit, and it was over with. Like, once the drill scene hit, like, bro, look at the shit these kids listen to. Drill for 10 years, NBA Youngboy, Mo3, Rod Wave, like, drugged, Trippie Redd, what's my boy that died? Juice WRLD, drugged out, tripped out, drill. Drugged out, tripped out, drill. Like Kodak, like these boys is all like basically pure heads, lean heads. Like the dude who killed Dolph was like, but I would have did anything for some dope at the time. Like, I mean, killed Dolph for like $800, bro. Like, to get high on his daughter's birthday. I don't even care about Shotbybuddha. Like, who cares about? He's not like a powerful enough white person for me to be worried about him talking. He's just talking. He's not racist though, Joe. He's an actor. Somebody has paid an actor who used to wear dresses and fly fairy outfits to go out and like stir up commotion because like they don't like it's some Epstein type shit like cover up. Like, man, black folks should not even be thinking about this dude. He can't stop your kids from going to school or doing anything important. Like, systematic racism is like black people can't vote. Black people are 3/5 of a man. Black Christian codes, you can't conduct church without a white man present. You know, we'll kill a black person if he's actually can read and write in the 1800s. Oh, like Jim Crow, those was like systematic racism, segregation. Black people can't walk on the sidewalk, blowing up churches. Like, that's systematic race. Just some white dude that's an actor walking around a tourist area in Nashville talking shit. Like, who even cares, bro? Who even cares? Drill culture just I don't watch because he just on the timeline. So as a content creator, I speak on shit when people ask me, because people might ask me like 10 times before I, like, to be fair, I be getting text messages and people like messaging me stuff all day about what they want me to talk about or what my opinion on something is. Or I got homeboys in a group chat and I just save it and I wait till I come on and just kind of spill it out in the shop. Frederick Brown, say cuz, what's good? What's going on? Like, what God had meant for you, nobody can stop you from getting. So, not very, like when we took the kids to the Montgomery State Capitol on the field trip that I showed, y'all probably seen one of my reels or something. I was at the state capitol. Like, there was a former slave who became a Alabama state senator. The slave built the building we were standing in, and he was a slave. He became a free man and then became a senator, bro. Like, if God got something planned for you, bro, you're gonna get like Frederick Douglass like beat up his slave master and then like doing the speech at the White House. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, if God got a plan for you to do something, it's going to happen. Like talking trash on the playground by the teacher. It's not even that. Like, my thing is, like, I think this guy is a paid actor. You know how when they have like the stuff that happened in Missouri, and then there's like a guy with a red jacket on and a hat, and they put the microphone in his face, and then like Katrina happened and he there too, and then like something happened on the West Coast and he there too, and then he had the Tory Lanez trial. Like, you know those agents that like they be everywhere. I feel like it's a paid actor. Like, we know that this dude in trial ain't the dude who killed Charlie Kirk. Like, you shoot a gun and assassinate somebody and hide it in the bushes in a towel. Like, bro, like, these is paid actors. You know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff be scripted to try to get the attention of the masses, a certain percentage of the algorithm to go one way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Hendrix. Like, that's why I don't think this, like, I don't pay attention, because I just like, if you was really like looking for the smoke, why didn't you go to Memphis and go to the hood? Why did you go to Nashville, go downtown, where like country music capital of the world? First and foremost, if it's black people in Nashville, they're like pretty easy going anyways, bro. Unless you go to like the city of Nashville, which he's definitely not going. So it's like, why even paying any attention, bro? Just, he's an actor, bro. He might be, but I'm saying, like, if he was a real like American patriot, white people, I grew up with white people like that. They don't act like that. Bruh, I done went inside some establishments around here and been cool with the people who own it and go in their office and they have Confederate murals. They regular everyday white folks. They white people who really like don't like and really like that. They got land. They own businesses. They be in country clubs and hunting clubs. They'll speak and be cordial and move around you or even make money with you. It's just when they get ready to go do their shit, they just not fucking with you like that. Down south, I'm talking about Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, real down home backwood white people. If they don't like black folks, like they're not like that. They're really pretty quiet and like, long as you don't fuck with them, like they're good, bro. I promise you. If anybody who doing anything else is an act, it is an act. That's what I'm saying, Fred. Like, black people in Nashville is just like, you going to an establishment, if something going on, you getting food, or you going to the football game, the hockey game. Like, Nashville is a city where if you see black people in downtown Nashville, there are tourists. They are tourists. So it's not like you going to like the hood of a city. And then I wouldn't want this dude to go into an actual hood of a city, because somebody really would do something to him and then it'd be on camera and they're going to be like, Pooh Shiesty. So my thing is like, if people just like ignore people like this and not actually care, it'll go away. Because whatever money he done got from this, it's like, now you can't go live a normal life. You know what I'm saying? Like you stuck on camera, like you doing all this, and then at some point you gonna have a kid that's gotta go to school, all this stuff. Like, bro, this is like a short-sighted thing. But you gotta be careful of people like this. People like this is like their dream is to get attention, and if they don't get attention or they don't get the success that they want, these are the people that are harm themselves or want to be killed because they don't want to live, like they're really depressed. Because like real white people that got money is not thinking about black folks. Like the black folks haven't been the problem white people in a long time. They're more worried about the real white people worry about the Chinese. They worry about this Israel-Iran shit. That's what they worried about. They're not worried about black folks. I grew up in a small country town in Texas. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you grew up in a small town, you know, like, even the good old boys, like, are pretty solid guys. It's just certain shit they ain't gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's pretty obvious. And my granddaddy used to work in Klan territory and stuff. They both was World War II veterans, and they'll tell you, like, I'm cool with the white man that don't like me. We ain't got to be friends. We can get some money together, and he can stay on his side of the street, and I can stay on my side. Like, and that's fine. But doing all this stuff that Buddha doing, that's not even his thing. Cause you gotta think, like, rest in peace. Even with the Charlie Kirk stuff, I don't like his rhetoric. He used his rhetoric, but towards the end of his life, once he started talking about these real, actual white people, you can talk about black folks all you want. Charlie Kirk, you might be president one day. Start talking about these real white folks that's in that 5%. Nigga, you will be erased off the side of the earth. You will not even breathe. You see what I'm saying? Like, the Charlie Kirk stuff is as big as the Epstein stuff. It's just like, go against the grain. You talk all that black stuff you want. You go against the grain with some real white people, you're disappearing, cuz like you're not here. We're gonna pop you in broad daylight in front of the world, and then we're gonna concrete over where you were standing within 24 hours. That right there is just crazy enough. Can you imagine, like, where Malcolm X or where Martin Luther King or where the Kennedy got hit, that they concreted over where they got hit within 24 hours? Like, talk about covering up and tampering the crime scene. Who pours concrete slab over where a person was killed at 24 hours ago? football player Ahmaud Hardy shot attending concert in Mississippi. Stay out the sip, man. Them boys is different across the tracks in Mississippi. Ahmaud Hardy is probably going to be the number 1 running back coming out this year, but he didn't got shot. That is right, Fred. They're not worried about the Russians. They're like, bro, you have to go back to the end of World War II to think about the Russians. I want to put something in perspective. The reason why I don't believe in the streets and I don't buy into this rhetoric, black and white thing that they try to sell us to be mad at each other with, right? Let me show you this. My neighbor right here was Puerto Rican. Now it's a black white couple, white dude, black woman. It's a white single mother right here. It's a black Bell's husband, a white dude, Chris. I love Chris. Straight across the street is an old woman who lived by herself, and it's a white couple that live here on this side. And then one of the people in that family is transgender or whatever, right? Then there's some Hispanic people, then an Asian couple that live right there, right? Don't none of us have no issue with each other. Everybody mind their own damn business, and nobody's worried about who they live next to, right? When you talk about gangster shit, nobody finna fuck with the cartel. The Chinese was fighting in the Korean War, and it was overrunning positions that they didn't even have guns because they didn't want to go back to being controlled by imperial power. You talk about what Kim Jong-un is doing in North Korea, where only 30,000 people have left North Korea since he been in control of North Korea. We talking about Stalingrad, people freezing to death, fighting the Nazis. The reason why Russia don't want Ukraine to go down because it's a military position and they control 40% of the economy of Russia. When you think about World War II and Japan's true interest in Guam and Pearl Harbor was to get control of the oil fields in Asia, not us. They just wanted to extend their grip. Their intention was never to win. These people that we talking about be fighting 100 years in advance of what the average common person thinking. Afghanistan ain't never been conquered in the history of man. They ran out the Soviets, they ran out the US, and we paying them. We was in the GY for 25 years and we paying the terrorists that we was fighting, the so-called terrorists with the weapons of mass destruction they never found. We left more billions of dollars in weapons over there than that we actually found. The only country in modern history that ever used a nuke is us on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Nobody's ever used a weapon of mass destruction outside of us. You see what I'm saying? Like, you just have to put the big pieces of like what gangster and what being tough actually is and what racism could actually be than like this simple-minded street shit. Like, think about Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam from the 30s all the way up into the Vietnam War, keeping Japan out, keeping Korea out, keeping China out, keeping Europe out, keeping America out, kept the Soviets out, and used everybody against each other. And his game plan for the Vietnam conflict was, we're gonna have as many babies as people as they kill. We talking about being in a war with a country where it's a war of attrition. I know it's like a joke. You see Rambo, we went to war by attrition. You know, it's like you killing them at 13-1. You talk about Black Hawk Down, like 19 people compared to like 2,000 they took out. Like, these proxy wars we fight, we don't technically lose. We just lose in the eye of the media. These people want to fight media wars with us. So like the whole thought of like some gangster street shit, when you talking about like the RICO is in an act that they're putting to street code from the actual mafia, that people, mafia, cartel, like, no, you're playing gangster. Like, those are real gangsters. Like the Italian, the Irish mafias, the cartels, like these are real. Like they fight governments. They don't fight block to block, hood to hood. I'm gonna go shoot this dude because he made a song about me. Like that's just simple minded shit that we be on. We really like the teenager of the world, if you want to be honest, when it comes to these things. But if black people would just like focus on what's important, like family and working together, like just in the content world, when I got to see how small of a part we are of this billionaire train, it was depressing, bro. I promise y'all want to know why I used to go so hard on the man community, because I'm in Orlando with Facebook, with an open bar and a DJ. And I'm standing there with Kat, the head of events for Facebook, this Asian girl. And she does events in LA and New York and all over the world. And then I got William Chandler, who was at EA and Ubisoft and running the Facebook partners. And there's Josh and all these people that run Facebook gaming. And I'm just sitting here and I go pull my phone up. I kid you not, I'm on the phone with Hustle Cartel and JR. They talking mad shit. I say, as long as y'all niggas play the game, say whatever the fuck y'all want. Let's get the money. That was one of the most hyped up games, was JR TV and Hustle Cartel. And that's the thing. We'll do that shit and not. That's why I fuck with Bada. I fuck with Hustle. I fuck with the people that like really was just thinking about the money instead of like the ignorant dumbass hood shit. It's like the conversation is get the money. It's like all that shit is just fluff, bro. It's just WWE shit. Get the money. But most people is just so caught up in the community of like crab in the barrel shit that like, man, when Facebook gaming was built, and we talking about 40 original streamers and like 39 of them Caucasian, and then I got $500,000 contracts, and I got these niggas arguing about a $50 Madden game. This shit is just pathetic. You see what I'm saying? Like that's like a smaller microcosm of like a small scale of like the whole world. So like niggas is online arguing whether Gucci Mane should cooperate to get his $25 million contract reinstated and to get his $500,000 worth of jewelry that was stolen by his artist. His artist is going to jail for life, and his whole crew, they can't even have the money to get lawyers for all 9 people that was assailants of this crime. And we were arguing about some damn street codes. Meanwhile, these people who you think talking about Chud the Builder is racist, what you think the person who owned the record label, Lucian Grange and Leo Cohen and all these people, like, fuck it, kill each other, man. Do whatever y'all gotta do. The record sales is through the roof. It's Cadillac Records all over again. Like Muddy Waters and all them died broke. Howlin' Wolf was the only one that left with money. Etta James and all them was strung out on dope. That's a real movie. Like, you think the white dude with the Confederate tattoo that called you the N-word is racist? Nah, the one who owned the record label, who got you in the 360. I guarantee Pooh Shiesty is gangster and as crash out as he is, he not going in Lear Cohen, Clive Davis. He not going in none of their office and pulling no shit like that. Man, you talking about some gangster, some thug shit, man. That's some real shit. They will erase your whole bloodline of people. We talking about the people that killed Jesus. Like, nigga, are you playing? Like, these niggas is like, nigga, we'll get Jesus up out this bitch. What are you talking about, bro? Like, some niggas, like, I'll get one of y'all to do that. Like, we'll let one of y'all take each other out, bro. Are you smoking? Wife playing the part. All he had to do was go in there with Gucci and say, bro, I get it. Because, like, a level-headed person thinks different. Here's my artist who I invested $1 million into. We making good music and making money. And you went to jail for 4 or 5 years? We could have, look at all the money we missed. Are you stupid? You would have been out the record deal if you didn't go to jail. Come on, man. Let's get the lawyers together. Like, we owe this label on my neck. You've been gone for 4 years and we need 3 more albums to drop. Let's go in the studio and get right, bro. If you need some money, I'll give you some bread to get right. But like when he took the chains back, man, that man signed 20 artists and ain't none of them make no money. Them nigga need them chains back so he can recoup. But I mean, none of them know contract. None of them have lawyers. None of them know about law or contract law, but they in the business. You remember when the Migos was gonna fight Joe Budden because he asked them was they in the 360. So when QCP sold their catalog for $500 million a few years ago, they all looking stupid. Like, bro, like, and maybe you shouldn't be mad at Joe Budden for telling your ass to get out the 360. Like, ain't nobody fault but your own. You signed a dumbass contract. So that's my thing is like. It's like go into Gucci and say, man, let's work this out and get right. Because Gucci was the only person that put a battery in your back when you had nothing. So like get right. Instead, you're gonna rob him and go to jail. Like just like Dirk, they had to get back for Vaughn, right? Whole crew, and then that's why the whole 6ix9ine shit was so fire. How he got Big Bank, like. Y'all hate Gunna because he took a plea. And your thing was Gunna's plea, the Alfred plea can't be used against Thug in trial, but y'all say a rat is a rat. Then when Big Bank was on with 6ix9ine and he said, well, Thug left him some wiggle room when they didn't get as much time. Then he told 6ix9ine, and 6ix9ine's like, man, they was being investigated by the feds for 5 years before they met me. When they robbed me, and my baby mama and my mama and took all my shit and beat me up. They did it on camera because nobody knew that the driver to 6ix9ine car, if y'all ever want to go watch that video, was a confidential informant. He literally called the police and drove right up to him and said they got 6ix9ine. Like that's how they found him. Like it's just dumb, bro. It's just like, oh, 6ix9ine a rat. Like they stole millions of dollars from him. He put them on. They was already being investigated. They was all gonna get time if it had nothing to do with him. They clapped his baby mama. They robbed him, took all his stuff after he fed them, put them in houses and bought. If a nigga steal $1 million from me and I bought him a G-Wagon in a house, like, I don't care about ratting on him, bro. I have no moral street code. I have a responsibility to my family, man. The hell with y'all. Care about no damn ratting. Then when you see Thug in the interrogation room saying, yo, like, but such and such shot the bus up, man. Da da da. Here go my number. Like, you mad at Gunna, but you're not mad at Thug. Then when Pooh Shiesty Daddy paperwork hit, and then they say Shiesty could have some paperwork. Then you say 21 got the U visa. Like all this stuff. Like, man, let's just keep. From T.I. to Boosie to all these people, like, bro, like, let's just be honest. Like, if they made the Mafia flip, some Project niggas is gonna flip too. Like, it's just part of it, bro. Like, it is what it is, right? Like, stay out the streets. Go get some legal money. Y'all got access to legal money, but you can't stay out the streets. Like, the Ben 10 shit, like, y'all niggas ain't got shot crashing out from a nigga that ain't even. Y'all supposed to be protecting NBA at all costs. NBA YoungBoy is a cash cow, and they around here crashing out for Jay Prince. Like, this just don't make sense. Streets is for sure a myth. Streets is a myth. And then we gotta remember all the people that people like Dirk gave Jam the money. When he said Dirk gave Jam the money and Jam the one that's ratting, your daddy did life, got out, now you finna do life, and you still don't bring Vaughn back. It's just dumb, bro. Like, Dirk is too good of an artist. And then like just come on, like, then the duck shit, like the video how they got a duck is the same of Julio Fulio. Like, it's only a matter for they go to jail. Then they finna get the West Coast. Like, before this Olympic shit hit, they finna clean the whole West Coast going to jail. Some of them gonna cooperate. Like, bruh, The Julio Fulio gas gone. And it's only a matter of time. Like, people don't get out the streets and get to some money. That's why I love 2 Chainz. I love Killer Mike. I love Nas. I love all the people that find a way to get paper. Snoop Dogg, like, people that like, bro, fuck them streets. Y'all got access to some money. You know what I'm saying? Go get that money, man. I mean, Lowball's like, Mike, like, bro, when you get away from it and you push shiesty, you had the time to sit down and think, like, let me just put out a double album and put an album at the end of the year. I'll be out my contractual agreement. I can diss the hell out of Gucci in 2027 when I'm off his label. Like, that couldn't have been the play. And I blame all them other 8 dudes that was with Pooh Shiesty. Somebody gotta say, bro, bro, you too valuable. I was always taught in games to like protect the king. In chess, you protect the king. When you play games as a kid, pick them up, get busted and stuff, like, you protect the person in your team with the ball. Even in the NFL, like the offensive line, they block them for the quarterback. Don't let the quarterback get hit. Like, these dudes is just so stupid. Like, they're crashing out and not even. And that's the thing. When you talk about racism, it's not even really racism. It's just understanding the difference. That, like, when William Chandler told me, Buddha, I know you can control all the streamers, but you can't control the entourages. The fans and the entourage gonna be the one that crash out. And then we clinked our beers. I said, damn, you got me. You know what I'm saying? He's like, that's it. He's like, it's no way to do it. When me and Bill had the big tournament set up for Atlanta and had the investor to do the shit, and their team was looking at, like, we talking about drawing up legal agreements and NDAs for people to, like, show up to play Madden for $50,000 where they won't fight and won't hurt each other. The fact that we even have to think like that everybody don't have to understand it, like, we all finna come here. It's 50 bands on the line. Some of us finna come away with guaranteed money no matter what happened. Even if you come out here and you lose the first game, you finna get a flight, a hotel, per diem, food. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that we even gotta have that conversation is what's the waste of time of it. And my thing is, like, if you're a real dad, like, when you in rental cars going from state to state, from Memphis all the way to Texas, like, at what point do you just not say, hey, son, this is not a good idea? When you see, like, the 2 off-duty police security and the white dude, like, why don't you just be like, this ain't a good idea? It just Gucci is here. All right, bro, turn up, but we finna rob a police officer. If you go watch the 6ix9ine video when Treyway robbed him, bro, they pistol whipped him, beat him up, pushed him in the car, and the CI had the camera in the back videoing and audio the whole thing. Like, bro, you just kidnapped a Fed. Like, dude is a confidential informant of the Fed. He wired up, he mic'd up, and he got a camera in the van. And then you done did all this shit on camera in the van, talking and everything, and you got the gun on the Fed. 6ix9ine a rat. It's like, come on. Then within that crew, it's like people that clearly cooperated, that was in Treyway to get out the situation. I mean, you think about the YSL trial, that's like one of the biggest trials in Georgia State history. Like 30 people and like 28 people played out or cooperated. Like, only the last 2 with Yak Gotti and whatchamacallit, the only ones that went all the way. Like, imagine going all the way and keeping it silent and everybody else cooperating, then you do life and they at home. It was some stupid shit, man. Get out of the streets. Just don't exist. Just find some other shit to do. It's just dumb, bro. And that's when I seen Big Bank doing that. I was just like, damn, bro. That man then backed you into a corner where you had to admit that all these people is done ratted and cooperated too. It's just the fact that you don't like him and he ratted. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's the only difference is you don't like him and he ratted. Damn, we 2 hours deep in the shop today, bro. This is fire. I'm gonna break this up into two ones. I'm gonna have one is like the mailbag questions, and the other one is gonna be the Cam Ward. I'm gonna drop 2 videos tomorrow. But I'm doing a better job of doing clips. I supposed to work with the Two-Tone Bandit, Two-Tone Takeover, Titans Idiot Nation. Me and Rich gotta record something this week. We had a lot going on last week, and then I supposed to do Impulse's interview soon. So it's like I should be working with a lot of different people, and if it's some people that want to work, I know Bolo was trying to do something, but we can work. It's just like we gotta do it the right way. It's gotta make sense. But y'all got any more questions? That's 2 hours into the shop on Shop Talk. Any more questions? So we're gonna break this into 2. One is like the racism part, and the other one is the Cam Ward. Obviously the Cam Ward one is coming out first. You know, I need to go back through and clip all this and clip up some good talking points. Say enjoyed the show. Man, I appreciate y'all more than the other way around. I'm telling you. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna say this till I'm blue in the face. The thing that's to help me the most this year, spiritually, mentally, mental health, all that. I've been back working out every day, but wake up a few minutes before everybody in your house. Read a little bit of the Bible. If you have another belief system, read a little bit of that. No phone, no social media, no radio, no TV, no nothing. By yourself, peace and quiet. Just go in a quiet place just a little bit and just sit still, drink you a little water, then get up and start your day. If you consistently do that every day, your mental health will improve. I promise you it will. I'm not saying that just to say it. I'm saying issues with crazy stuff happening in your day still may make you mad and still might upset you, but you will not get to the level that you probably can get to. I promise. It's like unwinding a coil, and if somebody hit it and the coil don't turn all the way, it's just a little notch. I promise if y'all do that, I'm telling you, like you'll start to like randomly get pieces that's gonna help you put the bigger pieces of the puzzle together. But listen, man, I might pop back out later on tonight and do some just late night watching podcasts and stuff. I uploaded 15 new pieces to the eBay today, and got a workout in, did some stuff with the girls. So listen, I appreciate y'all. God first in the chat. Y'all know what time it is. Make sure that y'all tap in on the YouTube so y'all can watch these back. I'm gonna break them down, so if y'all didn't get to check out the whole piece, I can go back and I'm gonna chop this one up into 2 spots. I appreciate y'all, man. Hit that subscribe, like, comment, share. Tap into the daily uploads at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you missed the live streams, we got picture in picture, and if I don't get to any questions during the live streams or the pods, drop them in the comments. I'll make it part of the weekly mailbag. If you're following on the blue, smash those reactions. I know you're OG. Hit that like, comment, share, tap into the daily content that is the shop. If you're new to the shop, You definitely should be tapped in on the green. No ads, up to 50 emotes free for just being a follower. You do not have to be a supporter to unlock picture-in-picture, late night streams. Follow us on Kick. We also live on Twitch. Look out for the drops, as well as if you have Amazon Prime, it's free $99 to sub to the channel once a month. Don't let Jeff Bezos stick that money back in his pocket. If you don't use it on the shop, use it on another content creator that you like. I still call it Twitter, but follow us on X. We tweet back. Yo, if you missed the daily shop talks, make sure you tap in for the late night cap on the purple and the green. The Discord is always open. Outside of subs, donos, and cash apps, there's also another way to support the content. That's by grabbing a trucker hat, a bandana, hoodies, the classic barbershop, Vibe Nation, right out of the official merch store on Tactic, formerly known as Geeks Unleashed. Code